So the WNBA is 30 years old.
And the Aces are dominating.
The battle of the rookies is intense.
I'm Shea.
I'm Shanna.
And if you enjoy women's sports, chaos, and people speaking with the confidence of a coach who has never coached, you're in the right place.
Welcome to W Enby Gay. Shea! Love it.
I thought you would. I thought you would.
I think from now on, that line should be a surprise.
Okay, I can do that.
So the season is going, right? Like, what's happening?
I mean, Connecticut is terrible. Good Lord.
I feel
They're
so
0-4 right now.
And then they're losing their team. Yeah, right?
Houston, Connecticut. That's what Jody calls it. Houston, or I started calling it. I started calling it that because I think there was like an ad playing, or she was watching our one of the episodes when we talked about it.
Okay.
And he was like, "Wait, is there a Houston in Connecticut?" And I was like, "No, the one in Texas." And she was like, I was very confused. And so anytime the Connecticut Sun are on and the Aces just played them for 2 games on the road, I'm like,
Houston, Connecticut.
Houston, Connecticut.
So can we go through the standings to know like what's happening?
It could change in like 20 minutes, but as of recording currently, the Atlanta Dream is sitting in the number 1 spot. New York Liberty is in number 2, and the Aces are in number 3. But the Atlanta Dream are about to get beaten by the Aces. So
the game is still on. I'm rooting for that, but
the Dream they're only ranked with 2 games right now. So
yeah, haven't they played anything else?
This is the 3rd game that they're playing right now. They've won 2 and they haven't lost any. And ours right now is 3-1.
How come all the other teams have played 4 games and Atlanta 2?
I don't know. It's so strange because there are other teams that are ranked here that have only played 2 games so far.
3 or 4, I think, is the majority.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong column because I'm smart.
Okay. Because we know how to count.
And read.
Sometimes.
Depends on the language. For me, not even for you. For me. And most of the time, the problem is English.
So I know that the Aces are in 3rd place. I was very scared. The first couple of games, it was like, why do we have to get to that point to be like, let's get our stuff together?
Yeah, no, I felt the same way. I mean, that first game, oh my gosh. It
was embarrassing.
It was. And I mean, we walked out of that game and I looked at Jody and I was like, I'm so bummed because it was our home opener. They got those those rings are insane.
Yeah.
They got those rings and I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to be so hyped, like all of this stuff. And then the Mercury just whooped them.
They went for revenge. I knew it.
People were leaving in the middle of the 3rd quarter. It was like, what is happening? What is going on? I like glanced down at the bench and I like Asia had her like pull over and it was zipped up. Chelsea, Jackie, because they know, right? Like they know
they were done. Yeah.
We're not going back out because we can't recover from this. It's too far gone now. Man, it was such a letdown. Such a letdown for that first game.
Especially because of all the context, right? The ring, the celebration against the Mercury. But I'm happy that they were like, people, we cannot do the same thing that we did last year, losing, and then let's suffer.
we're not gonna do that this season. All right. And so now they've and then so they're on a streak right now. They lost the first home game,
Yeah.
our season opener, and then they're 3-1 now. So they've won 3 on the road. They're in the middle of playing one right now that hopefully
Let's
will,
see
and
the
it's
score.
leaning that way. It's 80-64 with 8
Okay.
minutes left. It's leaning that way, so hopefully they're in a little bit, we're gonna have to re-record this session because we'll still be on here and they'll have won. The standings will have updated,
I was
but
like, shoes, and they won.
and actually, Aaliyah Nye hit the floor against the Aces for the first time today, because she got picked up by Atlanta after she was waived by Toronto. Top 5 right now is the Dream, the Liberty, Aces, Chicago, and the Valkyries.
You know what? I'm mad at the Valkyries, so a part of me is not rooting for them this year too much.
Let me guess.
For what?
Was it because what they did to Kate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the clip of her, like, getting emotional?
Yes, yes. And I saw one of her with the Sparks uniform going into the court. I'm like, yeah. So I'm rooting for Kate and the Sparks a little bit because Kelsey.
Well, obviously. I mean, I'm always rooting for the Sparks unless they're playing the Aces. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely I was like, "Are you kidding?" She hasn't been playing super great, which I get. They have to make it
But
like it's a
don't
business
wait until the
decision.
last minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That was exactly how I felt. I was like, "Come on. You guys knew. You
yeah.
knew. Stop." And yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm glad she found somewhere, just like Aaliyah. Like I'm glad that they landed somewhere. I saw a clip the other day. I don't know if you saw this one, but they were talking to Asia about how they treat the rookies on Vegas and like how do you guys feel about your rookies and stuff like that. And so she was saying like we love our rookies. We try to make sure that they get time and get to absorb how our organization does things. She was like, we love our rookies so much that they get stolen in expansion drafts because the last 2 have gotten stolen. Because Aaliyah got stolen this year and Kate got stolen the year
Yeah.
before. So
Yeah.
she's not wrong.
I love how AJ talks about the ACES organization. Like she lives the organization and the culture, but she also leads the organization and the culture. So I think that's really cool.
I completely agree, especially because like it would be different if it was like, oh, she's towing the company line and it's a bad company. But the way that they've structured the organization just to like be about each other and be about the group as a whole and supporting each other and loving each other, I is incredible. And I think a lot of that comes from her and Becky specifically because that's just how they are.
Without losing the fact that they're there to work hard and to win, which can create some tension and stress, I'm sure. But how do you balance that? I think it's very important.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to find
Yeah.
out when you become their psychologist.
Dear Aces, here I am again. Please, we'll hang out. We'll just take note. I also see the links are there in number 6. I have to say, freaking Olivia, she is killing it.
She is. She's so good.
She's so good. And I remember when I saw a video a couple of days ago of her, like her highlights. I remember when we first talked about the draft, I was like, hey, they're going to take some time and then they're going to be scary. No, baby, it's happening right now. She didn't need any time. Whew.
No, she was locked in. There's a couple, I think it was Lauren Betts didn't score in her first game. And most of the rookies, like, have that like time to adapt.
The other one is like, oh, I get angry at the media because they were talking about AC, right?
Mhm.
Eh. Good. Point for Shanna for saying her name correctly. About AC and how she only played 18 minutes and she only scored this amount of points. And it's like, guys and girls, it's the first game. It's very stressful. It's the first game. She's not even here like for a month. Calm down. I mean, judging somebody just from their first game, from coming from a former WNBA like player, is like I got angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone online talking about like I don't understand. Like, what do you mean that they just had the draft? The draft was weeks ago or whatever. And so I was just like, what? Yeah, it was weeks ago, but imagine how many things they have to do between draft night and first day, like first game, regular season, not even counting preseason. And I went and looked it up. I was like, I want to know like what are all the things, but even like looking at all, I mean, they have to move, they have to pack, they have all of these media appearances that they didn't have before because they were in college. Just the emotional and mental stress of being more in the public eye than they've ever been before has to be exhausting. That alone has to be exhausting, not even talking about camp, training, getting to know your new team, getting to know a new city, all of those, like, changing your life completely in the matter of a month. I wouldn't do well either.
Yeah. And it's like a new job. I mean, when you change jobs, you're not up and running in the first month. They give you at least 3 to 6 months to show, but because you need to learn the culture, the style, a bunch of things. So I found very unfair. I know it is what it is, but I found very unfair coming from those type of comments coming from a former athlete. Because it's also like you have all these rookies. Some of them might need a little bit more time to adapt and then shine. Obviously, then you see like Flo and Olivia like doing amazing things. So people start comparing, and it's like, wait, like, let's give them a little time before.
Right. Right, because Olivia and Flaujae could flame out at some point, right? They could go so hard that then they stop, or they're trying too hard, or they try to force things or something like that to keep that momentum. Like, you never know what's gonna happen in a season. But yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh, there. I feel bad, but there's another team that I don't. Not the full team, but I'm not rooting for this year, this season.
Who?
The Fever.
Oh, yeah, no. No.
I mean, they have really good players, but
Do have a lot of great players, and I try to avoid talking about one particular player on the Fever, and I know you and I have talked about it, but because it's exhausting sometimes, because I obviously am talking about Caitlin Clark. I don't like to talk about her because her fan base usually gets, like, so upset. Even if you say, like, "I acknowledge she's a good player. I acknowledge the visibility that her skill set has brought to women's basketball. I appreciate it. I acknowledge it." All of those things. You can say all of that. I'm not saying anything about who like,
as
anything
a player, yeah,
as a
she's really
player.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's a bad player, but if you say like, "Oh, I don't think she's the best in the league," people lose their shit. And like Jody got into a holiday debate with her nephew. I'm not even kidding. Like, whole debate over who was the best in, like, so the question is asked, like, who do you think is the greatest player in the league? And I was like, hands down, it's A'ja Wilson. She had just
I
won
mean,
her 4th MVP, like,
exactly.
4-time MVP, the numbers don't.
Championships.
Yeah, and I was like, in the league today, A'ja Wilson is the best player. Numbers don't lie. She just won her 4th MVP. Look at her stats compared to anybody else this past season. And I was like, who do you think it is? Caitlin Clark. And so as soon as he said that, I already knew, like, you don't watch because she's been injured this whole time. So, and so Jody followed up, right? Jody gets into it and is like, why? Why do you
Right.
watch? Do you even watch the WNBA? Because she's so funny. She's like defending my honor and is like, do you even watch the
I love.
WNBA? Do you even know? You even
I
know?
love
Like
that
she's
how she pretends that she doesn't care,
yeah, but
but
she does.
I feel like inside she does. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. She for sure does. She for sure does. But so she's like, "Well, like, do you watch the WNBA?" And he was like, "Well, I watch Caitlin Clark." And as soon as he said that, I was like, "That's all I need to know. We're not debating the same thing. You're talking to me
Yeah.
about how you feel about a player. I'm talking to you about numbers." And so I was like, "I'm done. I'm not going to argue because that's who I am. They're not those people." And like, there is no hate here between them at all. I want to make that
Yeah.
very clear.
It's
They're
just
very much a
like
debating family. Like they will debate anything. It's just the way that they have fun. So they spent, I think, maybe 45 minutes having a conversation. Like I left twice and came back. I was talking crap about them in the other room. Like
and went back and was like
and
still
I was like,
going like
all right. And then left again. Yeah. But yeah, it's that, right? It's and at the end of it, he acknowledged, I don't watch it and all of those things and
okay.
and whatnot. But it's the people that like refuse to look at facts and they only want to just tie it back to like what she did, what she did, what she did. Here's my problem. So the media is very responsible for the spin that is around her and Angel Reese's storylines, right? Like it's been framed a certain way in the media. Both of them have come out and said like that is not how we feel, but the media is continuing this on. Here's then that's where my problem comes in is that Caitlin Clark has the opportunity to not do things that appear to be very racist. And instead, she decides that she's going to walk out on stage with a known racist. And so if you are that kind of person, that's where I draw my line. You can be an amazing player all day. I don't care. I don't have to like you. And if our moral compasses don't line up, which they clearly don't, I'm not going to be quiet about it either.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's harder because I feel and I'm not part of the African American group, right? But if your work and your life is around a sport that is dominantly watched, played with African American people, um, I feel like they have a responsibility to support or at least acknowledge and educate themselves on issues that affect this community. Um, so supporting people that attack the community, it's like, what are you doing? Like, but maybe this happens in every sports and it's just more visible now than before.
I think a lot of it is everything is more visible now,
Yeah,
right? Like you find out way more about celebrities and their actual beliefs and all of those things versus before you just kind of whatever Teen Beat magazine or whatever, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
that's true.
whatever gossip rag or whatever was what you kind of had to work with. But now with social media, we know more, which is great because then you're like, oh, well, I don't want to put my money here because this
Yeah,
company does this, or, they're doing shady things behind the scenes, or I'm not going to support this actor or musician or athlete or whatever because they do these things. And we didn't have any visibility into that before, really. It would be one thing if he was a guy that it was an old tweet or it was an old recording of like 20 years ago and it came out and he had already done the work and he had already like apologized and he was doing the right thing. But it's not. Like, it's a guy that got caught doing it, got called out, made a public apology, and then just continues to do it. And for me, it's a word that was shouted at my dad when I was a kid, and I didn't understand it. And my dad had to explain that to me. And so,
Oof, that's
if you're
rough.
going to drop that word, you better be part of the community if you're around me, or I'm going to say something to you
Yeah.
because it's not okay and it's gross. And so, like shame on her team too of, hey, you know this about this guy and you know this storyline, and now you're just continuing to play on it, and it's gross.
Yeah. Because the other thing is, if it wasn't out, if nobody knew, right? Then it comes out and it's like, well, I didn't know that, but this is very recent, so kind of weird. Also, I don't understand. I didn't watch the video where he said it and they like the whole thing. But I read that he apologized and then when he said that he was gonna go to rehab. What is people go to rehab for that? For
No,
being a
they
racist?
blame it on, "Oh, I've been drinking too heavily, I've been abusing drugs or alcohol." And so they work that in as an excuse for why they use language like that. Um, and then they go to rehab, which is like
Uh,
a facility in California for celebrities where it's like a spa weekend. Like, and then they come back out and they just continue their same problematic behavior till they have to apologize again.
Ay, it is what it is. I mean, it's not okay.
But I'm not going to include Caitlin Clark in posts or things like that unless it's absolutely necessary. That's just a
Oh,
personal preference.
something specific that happened that I think it should be your other screensaver. The blog was beautiful. I want that power and get that fucking thing out of here. Attitude in life every day. I want, before I didn't know much about Cameron, but I want her to be my friend.
Right? Oh my gosh, I
Like,
love that blog. It was so good. It's so good.
and what she said after, and it's like, ugh, it was fun. It was fun. So I think we should leave it at that. That blog was the best thing. I do want to highlight after, like, from the standings, the Portland Fire, new team that won their first game. That was so good. I think that name has so many things that you can grab for it, like community engagement and to make the games really fun. I would love to go to one just to feel how it is.
I really wanna go to a Sparks game too. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that would be a good time for sure.
And the Toronto also won their first game. So I'm excited for the league.
I love the expansion. I love that there's more teams, there's gonna be more games. Um, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be great. The more
Yeah.
women's basketball I can get, the better.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, we do have to mention a record that was broken again. That it seems normal to be saying this every freaking week. But Miss Aja Wilson,
Yes. Oh,
45
man.
points. What
45
the
points.
heck?
So right now it's really cute. It's really cute. So her and Bam, her boyfriend in the NBA,
Yeah.
both have the highest
MNBA.
points that you're right, the MNBA. They both have the highest current player points scored in a game. This isn't even the highest that she's ever scored. She's scored 53 points in a game before. But she's the current players that have scored the most in a game, her for the WNBA, Bam for the MNBA. So they're holding
I
it
love
down.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Did
That
you
is so cute.
Speaking of Bam though, did you see the flamingo?
I know.
What really shows me too that Becky Hammond is just such a player's coach.
I saw the flamingo and then I saw the, and from from now on, we need an Asian flamingo now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I was dying. It was so funny.
The fact that he was the one who called it out. Amazing. Amazing.
I saw it happen while I was watching the game, but the angle of the camera was off, so I just kind of saw her like...
And it's fast that nobody knows. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. The replay, though.
I love that level of trolling and making fun of people just for the silly things. It's...
The Aces are down by 1 right now with 30
What
seconds
the
left.
heck?
Yep. So they've got 25 seconds left, and they're 83-84. Ooh, Asia just like screamed, "Fuck!" Oh, I don't know. I can't watch. I think they called the foul on Chelsea Gray.
I don't like this. I know.
This is so stressful.
Score 85-84.
You just got to hold them for 3.6 seconds. You better put Kennedy Carter in there and snatch that ball away.
Think it's over. Yay, sports!
Yay, sports!
So, the standings are 2-1 Atlanta, 4-1 Aces. Freaking Kennedy Carter.
She's so good.
I love how she goes so low. When she steals something, it's like she goes to normal high people.
Well, yeah, she's 5'6". She is normal height. She's normal people height. Yeah. She'll snap.
But like, she goes lower and nobody can catch her, and it's amazing.
It's so good. Oh my gosh. She had 27 points against Connecticut the other day. She had 22 points against the Sparks. And she just is like snatching it and going crazy.
Sure, she's like, F the Sparks.
Oh, yeah.
We were teammates now every time. She has a face of somebody who holds a grudge.
She does.
Forever. I love it.
Like my
thing. I don't feel that you hold a grudge.
I do. I'm just kidding.
I don't want to do anything to make you angry, Shea. I already told you that.
I don't think you're capable of doing anything to make me angry. I'm not an angry person in general. It takes so much, which I didn't used to be. Like, I used to have like the tiniest fuse. I used to get mad all the time. Like, I'd be so mad constantly. But
now we're old.
Yeah.
It's like there are things that I know.
The fire's gone out.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. Have a blessed day. Have the day you deserve. Oh, but I have to say really quick, because I forgot, speaking of being old, so that
so many ways this can go.
There's so many. So Aneesah Morrow in Asia's 45-point game, did you see what she did?
No.
So Asia was blocking her, right? And this is her. She's not a rookie this year. She was a rookie last year, but you know how Angel Reese does the like too small, or like they do the too small. So Aneesah Morrow, or I think it was in like the second quarter, made a shot while Asia was blocking her, and she did the too small. Like, she put her hand close to the court, and she did the too small gesture to Asia.
No, mamita. That's not gonna fly here. You made a mistake, baby. You don't do that to Asia.
Big mistake. And then Asia didn't acknowledge it in the game, dropped 45 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. She made 15 of 18 field goals, 13 out of 13 free throws, and 2 of the 2 3-point shots she made in 32 minutes. Too small? No. But Asia's dad...
Oh, I love. What did he do? Our friend.
our bestie. So her dad posted, Asia Wilson is not the player you talk trash to. Aneesah Morrow gave Asia the too little sign after she scored a layup on Asia.
Pull her out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, by name. Morrow then went scoreless until the end of the game, only scoring again with the game out of reach. Asia gave her a 45 piece. The audacity is cool if you can produce on both ends of the floor and can stop Asia. Like, come on. Get it, Papa Wilson.
I feel that if those comments were about me, I would have cried.
Yeah.
I would have gone like fetal position and be like, shoot.
Yeah, you gotta have a thick skin to be an athlete, for sure.
Yeah.
But don't talk trash. Like, don't talk trash on the greatest player in the game right now.
And just if you had a great game and you block her or any athlete multiple times and that person couldn't be their best because of you, go for it. Talk trash. But not for one block.
In the second quarter, and you guys are sitting at 0-3 at that point, or 0-2, whatever they were at. You're still sitting at 0. Don't talk trash unless you can back it up. 100%.
Yeah.
These kids these days.
They don't respect the elders.
They don't. They don't. But back to Kennedy or Chennedy.
Chennedy. My
Chennedy
God. I
She's
want
so-
to be her friend, and I'm scared of her because I feel like, I mean, she's amazing.
She is.
No.
She's so good. Becky wasn't lying when I think it was they quoted Becky of saying like, we need someone who's fast and quick, and the person that does that the best isn't even playing in the league right now. We've got to go get her. And I mean, I know that she's known for having like emotional outbursts and like being very aggressive, especially in like the post, but I think with the structure that the Aces organization has, the way that they frame things, the way they're very clear in what they expect from her, and the way that like it almost felt like at one point it felt like they checked Asia in so she could be in the game with Kennedy to keep her level-headed and because she trusts them, right? You're learning from some of the greatest players to ever play the game in history. The best player in the league right now. Yes, absolutely. Like, I'm going to soak that up like a sponge if I'm Kennedy. And to have this chance to come back and show, like, this is what I can really do. And this is who I am as a person. And I'm going to show this league, like, I can crush it.
It's me the chills.
I know, me too. So many, like, just everywhere. I'm so excited. Like, and even the game we got to watch in person, like Jody and I went to that first game with the ring ceremony, and like watching her play in person, even though we lost, she's so fast and she's so good.
I have a question about that. So let's say they did the ring ceremony. The players who played last season with the Aces, but they're not with the Aces anymore. Do they get the ring too?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but
there
not
was
in the ceremony. So like Megan.
There was so they didn't have Megan and Aaliyah weren't there, but yeah, anyone that was on the roster last year, I think.
Okay.
I think it's for any part of the like regular season, got a ring. They get a ring. So like Megan and Aaliyah and Kia Stokes, they'll all get a ring. Anyone that played will get a ring, because there was a player at the ceremony that I don't even remember being on the team.
And you're like, maybe we could have win. It could have been us. We could have been there and got a ring.
Could have just walked out, steal one of them jackets, because they have these really cool bomber jackets. They're all white. Those were pretty.
I wouldn't be able to wear that.
Me either. I'd get it dirty in like 3.5 seconds. So just standing somewhere in the middle of a room, not touching anything, and somehow every time.
Like,
I told Jody, I was like, I like those so much. Like, I love that. And she's like, well, why don't you go get one? And I was like, because it's white.
Because I'm not an adult enough to have too much fancy white clothes.
Do you see these chicks? No one thinks I'm an adult, even me. So, no, I'll get something on this
I
thing.
haven't reached that level of adultness to wear white clothes and not keep it clean. No. So we're rooting for Kennedy. We are rooting so much for Kennedy to do a good job to be her best.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, she's averaging 9 points a game, or 19 points a game. So
Amazing.
she's out here just
Yeah.
helping us along. And I love like when they catch her in like interviews and stuff, and she's just like, you know, I'm out here to make their lives easier. We're coming off the bench and we're doing what we need to do. And that's the focus, is we're just trying to give them some time, like our core players some time to like rest and hold on to it or gain the lead for them some more. But I'm just out here doing what I need to do. I like it. I think she's a great addition to the team.
What else is happening, Shasha?
The USA Network is now broadcasting games.
Okay.
So they've got this new like media campaign going. So they have this new Get to Know the Players series on their social media channels. It's been really interesting. So it's just like random fun facts about the players and they, you know, like almost like an icebreaker in the corporate world. So that's been really cool. And it's not all the like super popular players that more people know about. It's all of the players, which is cool. They do this. I like it. And maybe the other networks do it too, and I just haven't noticed, but USA pointed it out, and that's what my brain needs. But they show you the like, you know, with the score box, they added a graphic at the bottom that shows you how many free throws the player gets and how many they've made or missed. And so you can like, if you have ADHD like me and I can't remember something that happened 35 seconds ago, you can just look at the graphic and see.
I like how media is like, let's just help people who cannot remember anything.
Yeah. We all need it. Memories of a goldfish at this point.
I just thought about an idea for kids doing like what's the word in English? The alphabet. To do the alphabet
word in
with
Spanish?
players. Abecedario. It's a different word. Yeah. So the alphabet with players.
Ooh, I like that. We could do that. We'll just make a
We
little
can do
kids
that.
book.
Yeah.
Done.
Like choo choo choo. So there's other ways to watch the games. That's good.
So, and now that means also that it's another network paying to broadcast the games. And so then there's more advertising and there's more money coming back into the WNBA to cover those salaries that they just upped, which is good. The one game I watched on USA was entertaining. The commentary is good as well. Like wasn't too bad in my opinion. Sometimes you get commentators that like just want to tell old stories about themselves and they're not like talking about the game. But yeah, they did a pretty decent job. Do we want to talk about the documentary next?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Did you finish it?
Thoughts. Yes.
Okay.
I almost cried.
Oh, I did cry. More than once. So did Jody. So.
Yeah. It's like, first, I wonder if other teams have documentaries about their seasons. I would watch them for sure. I know the Yukon team has a season documentary, or at least last season they did. It was very interesting to get their thoughts on what happened during the season and what they went through. And also, I didn't know the amount of bullying that some players like AB went through. I never thought like people would get like that. I understand when you, as a fan, you get frustrated at a player. Maybe you don't like the player, and you say, I go back and sit down and play, whatever. But like to wish bad things to happen, I don't understand that. What the heck?
Yeah, I was telling Jody this the other day, of like, KB's not my favorite player on the Aces. It's a consistency thing for me. And that was before I found out that my wife has a big crush on her. But
So that's 2 strikes.
2 strikes, okay? That's 2 strikes. I do think like when she's on, and I think she has the potential to be
Yeah.
really great. But for me, it's a consistency thing. I don't think, and so and we've talked about being confused as to why they keep her on the team. But she might not be my favorite player. I might wish that we had replaced her in the like off season, but I could never. I can't imagine writing those words out to someone, let alone posting them on the internet for other people to see, because I would just be like, wow, I just proved that I'm a horrible human being.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really want the world to know what a piece of trash I am.
Yeah.
No. Like I've never even thought those things of like go hurt
Right.
yourself or any of that. Like that's another human being. You can not like how they play. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. Yeah. And how it impacts somebody. Because at the end, they're public figures, right? Like it hurts when you're trying your best. Yeah. It was rough to know that. I did. Yeah. It was very interesting. And how the team had to deal with all the things that in their personal life happened last season, but they still needed to perform. Dear Aces, I would love to be part of this. I go want you to. But yeah. And then when it was like when they finally click, when it was the in the playoff, the games against Indiana, I was stressed watching the documentary. I remember those games and us yelling stop number 2. It was very well done documentary.
Oh yeah. Their documentary team, like Dear Aces, I would also love to just shadow your documentary team because I'm so interested in anything related to filming and all of that stuff, right? Like 100%. Their team crushes it. And I think it's the same team, their documentary team is the same team that puts together usually like the highlight reels
Okay.
because Becky has them do highlight reels for every player, or she did last season to remind them of who they are and how good they are. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love
Oh my
that.
gosh, that's the one because the season ticket holder events. We just went to bingo night, didn't win,
Yeah.
but we went to bingo night and and like those events can be fun, but this we got those emails of like, "Oh, go to the documentary screening." And I wish that I had
Yeah.
said like, "Yeah," but I forgot. Completely forgot about it because ADHD. And then we saw the posts and all the players were there. It was this big theater. They did a panel afterwards and talked about it. And I was like, the one that if I could have gone to one this season, it should have been that one, but regrets. Right?
Yeah. I mean, at least we got to watch it in our house, like
And cry
crying
alone.
out loud.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
and watching it again of them just getting beat over and over and over and being at that 14-14 and seeing their faces as they started to come out of it in the footage and just seeing how different their demeanors were on the court and how much they were going through and working through and still just putting everything into it. I had next level respect for Cheyenne and for Megan with how much work they were doing, even though they were on the injured list. Like, Cheyenne trying to come back full force and the trainer
After
being like,
having
no,
a kid, 2 months after having a kid, insane.
we were there for that game too, and
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it was nut. Like I screamed so loud when she like checked back in. I freaking love Cheyenne. I love Megan, and so it was really cool to see like another level of them as people, but also to see that they're exactly kind of who I assumed they were. They're there to work hard and do their job and support the team, even if they can't be in the game to do it. Yeah, I was very impressed
Yeah.
across the board.
And also, I know that I think about it, it's like how much different it makes when you're having fun. like in the chemistry, in how you deal with adversity, having fun in what you do. It's a huge differentiator.
Yeah, if you're not having fun, what's the point? Like, I know that there are some times where you don't have a choice, but
Yeah, it was a very good documentary. Like, if I ever feel like sad or like my day's not going very well, I would watch that again just to be like, okay, get it together, China. Things happen. Yeah.
if the 2025 Aces can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. It's like I watch Mulan when I'm sad.
Oh, yeah, I love
It's like my
Mulan.
Mulan.
Nice. Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I watched
What
Game
are
3
your
of the
thoughts?
WNBA Finals last year.
When they show that in the documentary,
So good.
it was like, that was all like that.
Yeah. But I love the way that we talked about already, but like the way they frame the organization around this is a community, this is our family, we're here to support each other. And especially when they're like rallying around players that were like let down by their previous team or like not kind of counted out, and how the team just rallies around them when it's a game against that former team. And just that camaraderie that it's instant, it seems, when they get there.
Yeah, I think that, and when Becky mentioned that the team was gonna look different,
But she didn't know how different.
I've been part of teams before, like not at that level, obviously, and saying bye to a team for whatever reason, it's so painful because you spend like a lot of your time. They become family, and then you have to say bye, and then the next day you don't go to the same places. So when you see them, it's like so nostalgic, and yeah, especially if you're competing against each other.
But that's my friend. But we're friends. I don't want to.
You mentioned the bingo night. Dear Aces, can we do it like in the middle of the city and not all the way to Henderson?
I mean, it's a
whatever.
trek though. It's only like 15 minutes for us, if that, depending on what traffic looks like. But
Yeah.
you come from literally the other side of the city.
I don't know. This was my first Aces event. I would love to see other ones to see how they are. I feel like this one, it was fun. I wish I could have won. But yeah.
It sounds like the ticket reps are the ones planning the events and doing all of that and executing these events on their own. Like, it doesn't sound like they have like an event
I didn't.
team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dear Aces, Shea will love that.
I would. I literally could help them in anything that they wanted to do. Like, I used to help with the holiday parties for almost 10 years. All of the like company events and stuff like that, the picnics, all of those things. So yeah, you ring me up. You let me know.
It was cool that they had the trophies.
I'm gonna put your picture up right now.
Like a little kid. Like, I wanted to stay there and see people from the Aces organization in the offices and take a chair.
I really wanted to steal that chair. It wasn't tied down. It wasn't bolted to the floor. It should have been.
Nobody would have known.
Wasn't. Jody, put this in your fanny pack.
That would have been so fun. Like, the three of us walking like nothing is happening. Put it under your chair.
Put the jersey on it. Like, it's no big deal.
Yeah. Nothing is happening.
Put it in the bag that my jersey came in.
Yeah.
That's the first WNBA jersey I've ever gotten. It's my first Aces jersey ever. And Jody and I went to HQ a few weeks ago, but they didn't have any jerseys at all.
They should have all the players' jerseys there.
They should. They don't. I was going to get a jersey at the game, but then there were so many people. It was like super crowded. I wanted to try it on first. So didn't end up doing that. Got it that night for bingo. So I didn't ultimately get to get my first ever Aces jersey at the Aces headquarters merch shop, which was really cool. Like, I was like so excited. Jody wants a KB jersey. She's like, oh yeah, I'd really like a KB jersey. You can only get it online.
Dear Aces, we want better merch.
We could make some stuff. That'd be a fun time. But yeah.
I want a dog leash now.
Well, there's like private people that make like on Etsy and stuff like that. You can find some stuff, or like Fanatics.
That doesn't go to the players.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so in true fashion, I've brought you an app.
Okay. I'm like, another question. I feel bad. Okay.
No more trivia. No more, or at least not today. No trivia today. I'm going to start doing like an app an episode because I'm finding so many. This is the one where you can look up watch parties and it shows you women's sports, what networks they're playing on, that kind of stuff. And so the app itself is called We Love Women's Sports. Okay. It's not in the Apple App Store yet. You have to do the thing where you pin it there to your home screen, and it's like a shortcut, but it kind of acts like an app. But they do have it on Android, and so it's super cool. Like I said, you can look for watch parties in whatever area you're at. Like, especially for people like you that travel all the time, could be a really useful. It'll tell you like what networks are playing what sports, and it's not just basketball, it's all women's sports.
Yeah, I see it. Oh, that is so cool.
This is another app that I ran across on TikTok. It's a small creator that just decided, hey, I don't see an app like this in the marketplace and I want one, so I'm just gonna do it myself. And she's been working hard and building this on her own, and it's super cool.
And I can see now that you can also find games for you to play, and you can host games. Shea, this is our moment. We can host a game of Ho.
Yes. And you can host a watch party. And you can look up watch parties in your area.
Do you know the name of the creator? Oh my God, I feel like this is amazing.
It is amazing. It's fantastic. I don't know if I can pronounce it right. Issa? It's EESA.
That is so cool. Issa, this is amazing.
They use she and they pronouns, so either one. Their username is too good. But good has 3 Ds. 3 Ds on it. And then there's a We Love Women's Sports like TikTok that dedicated just to the app. So that's your app of the episode.
Thank you, Shay. I like it. I like this one. I wonder if it's like just US.
I just put in London, UK, and it all just updated. Yeah, I like international. It's pretty cool. I really like it. It's been pretty useful. Did you see what the Dallas coach said?
No.
Whatever their last game was, they lost. And he came out saying like that there's selfishness on this team and all this stuff, which is fine if you're a college coach, but these are now professionals, and he was a college coach. And so a lot of people are just like ripping him to shreds of this is something that now you say in the locker room, you don't say to the media. And people are dragging him because they feel like he was kind of like putting it off on Azzi as well.
This is a new coach for the Dallas, right? Or he's been with them for, oh, wow.
He was hired in October last year.
Okay. But then, you know what? Like, I wonder if there was another purpose or like a reason for why he said it in public. Because again, the documentary, it showed Becky when they asked her a question about effort and blah, blah, blah. And she said, no, we got an F. F in everything. Not, she didn't say everything, but F. So I wonder if that's, and I've seen other coaches not say selfish, but like saying, hey, we're not doing the job. Like calling people, the team out at least. So I don't know if there was an ulterior motive for him to do that. So he got players. Maybe he didn't do it properly, but like, I don't know.
I think the difference that people are upset about is that, like, when Becky says it, she's talking about their skills, right? Like, she's talking about they didn't put in enough effort. They didn't try hard enough. They can do it, but they failed tonight for whatever reason. His comments were like, players are in their feelings over how long they get to be on the court, or that they're just selfish with whether if they're starting or not, and they think they should be. And I think that that's where people thought that it was like a different level. Like, it's not critiquing their performance, it's talking about their like emotions, and that I think that might be the difference.
You know, a question, and maybe this is a wrong question to ask, but like, do you think people would have taken those comments different if the coach was a woman?
I mean, I don't know that they would be maybe as upset, but I do think people would still be upset because a lot of the outcry right now is clearly we need more women coaching in the WNBA, which I completely agree with. Great thought there, because yeah, I think there would have been some outrage regardless. It may not have been as much.
It's interesting, like, because I mean, there's a lot of egos in any sports, in any team, right? Like, but how do we keep them in check, or like, yeah, how the team culture is more important than the individual ego? And it takes time, it takes work, and there's gonna be a struggle between the coach and the players at some point.
At the risk again of sounding old like my knees, um, it's, they're young and they think they know everything, and they think that they've like, it's like,
Yeah,
it's like the too small thing, right?
yeah.
Okay, then you're gonna learn your place in the league, and I'm sorry, but that's just kind of how it works. But yeah, like that younger person mentality of I know what I'm doing, I can do this. I think especially for some of this, like these new rookie classes that are coming in over the next few years and have in the last couple as well, there's gonna be a lot more of that, like, "Oh, you should have to earn the respect," versus just coming in and being respectful to every player that you play.
I agree with, you have to earn your spot. Like, you earn the right, as being drafted, you earn the right to be part of the league. Now you have to earn your spot within the team. And that takes time. And sometimes people have it easier and other times not, but you have to earn the respect and your spot. It's not for free just because you were drafted. I'm not saying that is happening right here, and just in general.
Yeah, this is an at-will employment league. You can you know what I mean? Like, they can let you go at any time for any reason if they want to. They might have to pay out your contract, but they can still let you go, or they can still trade you, like, that I assume that's built in.
Okay, J Sports.
Time for EA Sports!
J Sports. So many J Sports moments this week.
We already talked about one, which was Portland won their first ever WNBA game. So did Toronto. So expansion teams have now won, which is lovely. Next up for me, Vegas is getting a professional women's hockey league next year. So yeah, so you can do season ticket deposits are open.
One of my J Sports is Rachel, I'm gonna mispronounce his name, Entrekin. Well, this lady was the fastest in the ultra marathon that is like 250-mile race. And it's a multi-day race, and she won it, and she won the woman division and the men division with the fastest time.
That's
Amazing.
crazy.
And
I
she
don't
was
know
like,
why people do that.
I don't,
Like,
I don't know. I don't know. But amazing. And it's like 250 miles. Great, great day for women's sport and women athletes.
my next one is that NaLyssa Smith graduated from Baylor and earned her degree. Yeah, so the Aces did a whole like celebration for her and celebrated her. So that was a pretty cool video.
I think she's so nice. Like,
Yeah.
it's so like humanly nice.
Yeah. She seems like just like a good person.
Yeah, agree. And for my other yay sports is, well, rugby is not super big here in the US. I know it's getting more popular now. Internationally, they do every couple of years the Women's Six Nations competition. Is like a championship. And for the first time, they had almost 80,000 people attending the match between England and Ireland. So women's sport is getting very, very popular. I love that. And I don't remember where, I heard that women's sport has a bigger ROI than men's sports right now. So I'm happy. I love it.
Well, here we are again.
How do we close? How do we close this one? What is your Dear Aces petition this
Dear
week?
Aces, today I come before you humbly and respectfully to request wide A1s or A2s, better Aces merchandise, more Aces merchandise, not a better, more Aces merchandise, variety. Also, speaking of merch, dear Aces, please, 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 I just need a trucker hat style. Like, I need the mesh on the back, and I don't need the big giant forehead one. I need the like slopey one. We can talk. Just get in touch with my people. Okay, just email me. Go to shayboogie.com. You can reach me directly. Please. Or a patch, I guess, that I can put on a hat. But I need the air circulation on the back of my head. All right. I have heat problems and I don't like it. It is very specific. Also, I would like an internship with CJ and Joe or your documentary services. And those are my dear aces of the game. And by game, I mean episode. P.S. Shanna, psychology department, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Come on, aces.
Dear Aces.
At a party.
We're just keeping at it. Dear Aces, we're just asking, like, don't kick us out.
Dear Aces, we love you. Goodbye.
Ta-da.